Hey, you might want this.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready. A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? You killed a terramorph on your first mission. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got... A researcher. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as... co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens. Certainly seems that way. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special? She thinks there could be more of these? Well, this is one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. But if Hadrian Sanan thinks this sample needs to get to Mars, then we're gonna make sure it gets to Mars. I'll take care of the clearances and ensure you get your credits. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for... Now, if there wasn't anything else...
Hello, Captain. Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk. They drive a pretty hard bargain for new recruits. Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. I have something for you.
Living in the ground of caves.
Hey, got a moment? Let's catch up.
Do your part to keep Sidonia graffiti free. careful around the equipment. Don't want to lose an arm or something.
Sidonia may be rough around the edges, but it is utterly monumental for humanity.
How's it going? Can I help you?
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
Worked. Past tense. Dr. Walker hasn't been employed here for some time now. A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital. But then he decided to run off after a... I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old... But at this point, it's probably for the best.
That won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employing someone so. But we would like the money he owes us. If you can convince him to pay his debts.
There's a little thing people invented called the legal process. If the debt is legitimate, then you should have no problem seeking restitution.
Pity. Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows...
Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what's up?
Get it on your face. What?
Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Is that so? Well, Captain, then you should have no problem answering a few, like knowing, for example, what supra et ultra means. You remember? That's what I thought. You off? Stop. Even if I did know where he was, I'm not telling some stray I don't know from a... Huh. Maybe there is something you can do. Percival's got this debt put on him by the Trade Authority. You make that go away, prove you're a friend of him and the rest of us, well, I'm always inclined to help. That's good to hear. Most straightforward way to take care. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collect. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say... Now, what say you get out there?
Hey, you. Maybe a bounty hunter? Come here. Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some at least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always... Yeah, it does. It would be. There's just one issue. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Here comes the but.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't... Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the
Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. Just stop by sometime. Let's talk. Just us.
The Lex condos aren't anything special.
Well, I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later. Got my attention, Captain. Should absolutely expect to see more spaces in the mines. No doubt about it. I'd run too. I mean, come back. I've done this 1,000 times. Well, they don't need it now. turn.
off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to the system notation. Call rating. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Hey, stranger. Let's chat sometime, okay? All yours. Take a break. Let's chat. Looks blocked. Might be another way down through the caves in the back. Looks like the living quarters are up ahead. It's going to be packed with spacers. Mark my word. Let's talk. When you have time, of course. My, oh my, look at this place. And also keep an eye on those spacers. Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. But stop by sometime and let's talk. Just us adventurers, okay? Hey, you might want this.
Stay away from the sixth circle unless you're reminded.
Used to think I was Vanguard material.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing... Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, and here. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others...
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well,
And exactly what does this new drug of yours... An interesting but where's this hematite coming from? The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Well now, that is intriguing. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier, and think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it?
Well, it seems we... And here, a finder's fee from the authority. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any
All citizens are welcome and encouraged to make use of the Sedona Community Center on the mid-level for activities. Seek a community center representative to plan your event or regular gathering today.
Yeah? Did you know? My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already... Yeah, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell...
The miners pretty much run the local.
Hey, Captain. Can I talk with you for a bit? I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there. I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup. It's good to be part of a team. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can... That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you... Just wait till we get matched. I'm guessing Gorm... Don't worry, I'm just joking. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation. See you later. this must be the place. Looks like there's a light in the door, too. How charming. Let's talk. When you have time, of course.
Can't say I don't appreciate it. I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be... A fast-growing terramorph. Who exactly told you to bring this to me? Hadrian. If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these...
Hey, Captain. Can I talk with you for a bit?
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very... Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinium. It was a city wiped completely off the map by terramorphs. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did... I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, which means if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks... That's not gonna end well for humanity.
Humanity has survived a lot. But this could be a bottleneck event for our species if we survive. And the devastation to society, to knowledge.
So you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plan? The circle, huh? Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the...
I'm all ears. UC probably wanted to forget all about their role in Xeno warfare. Typical. Ah, oh. Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. But stop by sometime and let's talk. Just us adventurers, okay?
Walker's office is right out there on the main road.
Is that really her? Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Once I was in a glacial cave,
abridged
surrounded by
version of what
creepy
went
red
down.
eyes, kind of like this.
I can't thank you enough.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too... That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinium.
Londinium.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access...
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to... 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened with both of us. Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before... Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually... A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC... Oh, well, but it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying Terramore. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information, under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. All right. I'm gonna go get this workup.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Almost break time. Come on, you can make it.
might want this.
Something for you.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, So, in the interest of full disclosure, my relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon. One-time fleet they called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated. The program I was a part of, it would secure the leadership of the UC military. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed. Freestar Collective, and the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC... So my involvement, I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else? Or if you've got any last-minute business. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Ah, and that must make you the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our... You can imagine my surprise when I was informed you were also the agent, and still quite a mystery how that all went. In fact, some of Commander Ikande's few remaining compatriots even went so far, and that we should instead strap you in irons. Tell me, why would they think something... Let's get to business. We have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. a request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of... Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not... They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the seems at best panic. And at worst, a power...
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks...
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while the Chief Yassine has a point, will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can...
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were...
It's a risk, but so is doing nothing.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic...
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented, what is that?
Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. But stop by sometime.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
Okay?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
You stop! We're trying to help you!
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got.
Stop!
What? Why is it doing this?
I will
It's... Thank you for what you did.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before.
I don't know. They were down... We'd tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can induce this... It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire. Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please.
Time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
For the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Every time.
You might back up. Don't just stand.
Wait, officer?
It's good pay. When you're not busy, let's chat.
Experts. Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Heard you might be looking for some...
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault?
We're not UC security. You don't need to... Roger that. We're on you. Eyes open.
All wrapped up. We should go tell the sergeant what happened.
Thank the heavens you're back in one piece.
The few protecting the many.
And it would have been plenty more if it hadn't been for the two of you. The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know that... Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your
The
Captain,
next time terrormorphs rear their ugly
Hadrian,
heads, the
it would
UC is
appear
going
that
to
the
be ready.
Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. Your concerns about the terrormorphs, well, consider them valid.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to as well as a subsequent investigation. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you...
Yes.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, someone who knows. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together.
Yes?
Hey.
These orders can't be... But you know who this is, correct? Yes. Yes, sir. Consider it done. That must make you our new envoy. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief and you're someone I've already heard plenty about. One of the few... Not sure if I should duck for cover around you or shake your hand, but you have my thanks for what you did for the city.
I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice archives ASAP. So... Someone paid attention. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective.
Now, the UC's already on board, so that... Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot.
Very funny. This is gonna... Both ambassadors have reasons they won't or can't. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately...
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence, though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar? Ah, the good...
I bet she loves her job.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other...
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find...
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we...
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. Official line is that you're to negotiate. My suggestion is to access... She's also got a staff member that might be more sympathetic. Captain. Ambassador Balmore.
When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice,
He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych...
They're unusual, sure, but I'm sure we can reason with them just fine. They're just people. Weird, maybe, but we're all a little weird.
They certainly come with it. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been scans of the facility show life signs.
Your task is to find him and kindly, but... I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, and fair warning, we received a report that...
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't... I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe.
Be smart out there, Captain.
Got a moment? Let's catch up.
Daddy?
War Memorial.
You'll find the ambassador.
We can stop to pay respect.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room. Terramorphs, as in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint.
Every day that we all keep talking is a day we should celebrate.
SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Hey, stranger.
Of course, ma'am.
Let's chat sometime, okay?
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here? Guests can make themselves I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were... You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy. In order to... I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got... Excuse me. A less level-headed person might... Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now. You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One, to convince me. Understood. I'm listening. I don't care if you're the God Emperor. I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility. It's possible I might be letting my history cloud my judgment. Possibly. If you think some flowery language... Captain, I'm sorry.
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh, what? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things. Well, then you have... But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personal, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so... Why don't we... So you want me to... No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other city should have to go through it. So then, Okay, First you need her bio key and that thing that... Her quarters. And you... and... Oh, wait. Okay, so... Here. The key. I'll keep an ear out.
Sorry, everyone's a little on edge after the attack.
Patching in playback.
Son of a bitch! Cameron!
Are you alright, Ambassador?
It seems the Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again. Which means you and I are stuck in this colonial rat cage until we die. But I think we might need to. We should expedite the process.
What are you getting at, ma'am?
I mean, my requests keep being rejected because they don't want to add a seat, right? But what if? What if one opened up? The life is hard in what it used to be. It's not like anyone would miss him.
Eva, I think it's time to get some sleep.
Just think about it. Maybe we can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh?
Good night, Eva.
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're not getting access. Excuse me? I have... No. If the Council found out, I'd lose my position. Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of... So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can... Good. I appreciate you working with me. In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole... I can only let you get the information on the Terramorphs. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar Scientific Observer. But those two items should be enough to allay any suspicion. What on earth are you... Now let's go get your code piece so you can be on your way. They tell me it should only take a moment. It is reassuring to know there are still some people in this universe you can trust. And there. Code generator's just this way. Here you go. I hope that'll be enough to maintain your discretion.
Let's talk. You have time, of course. Say what you will, but I bet House Varun knows how to party. Let's talk. Never gonna get their deposit back after this. Yeah. Do this again soon. well, right? Find anything worth selling or using?
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a... I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd real. Tell me, though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack, then the embassy. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my... And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some... So the UC requires information, then. On terror... The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. But, if I am to grant you access... For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hope, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun... The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends.
We can't take chances with anybody, so we'll keep eyes on everybody.
Well, please, follow.
Dusty. Dusty. Let's talk.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
something for you.
Yes? What?
Captain, you're back sooner than... That's incredible. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precisely you managed to pull... Regardless, superb. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will... Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance... Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. You may proceed, Captain.
There you are.
Captain. Surprised to find out we're having visitors as we work.
Major Sinan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests.
Now, Captain, if you wouldn't mind transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps. Plan is for Hadrian to take the data from here.
Time for us to start getting some real answers, and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So, with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where the Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Should even be able to... Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizen.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me. Follow me.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
It won't take... All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Well, only citizens can own property in New Atlantis. We also pay a discounted rate at any United Colonies merchant. And all citizens receive an ample credit disbursement. Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so... Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry... Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship... We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a... Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful, and they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that.
Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has anti-Xeno protocols. How the hell?
Hey, stranger. Let's chat sometime, okay? I knew a place like this had to exist. I just never thought I'd actually be in it.
You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know? I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. But the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. A sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the... Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional terramorph attacks. And though I am curious, has she shared with you the nature of our... Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even, and I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find the names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable. I'll tell you where they are. But in exchange, there is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of reason. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War, but I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you. Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den.
You might want this.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now. Captain, please, keep your voice down. The situation with the prisoner is a complex one. But it's a situation we've been managing as discreetly and humanely as we can. And the most critical part of that management is making sure no one else learns of it. Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the... And that's not a good look for any of us. We're not big, but bringing Orlace to justice? That man's been on the run for a long time. What's being offered in return? Really? He found the members of the We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave it. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make... Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting? Then I'll bid you good day, Captain.
Look at this place.
Got a minute to chat? Maybe a few minutes. Probably not hours, though. But no guarantees.
Hard to believe this place is still intact. But the military is nothing if not resilient.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard. Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform. So, what can I... Orlace. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell? Suit yourself. Well, I can tell you there's no one on the den by that name, but there has been a rumor about a ship floating out around Ethiopia. They call it the Warlock. Maybe this Orlace of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. More than a few scrappers heading out never came back. Sure thing. Here, go get your man.
Something for you.
course and prepare to be scanned. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New...
It always feels like, hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep... Okay.
Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we?
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Oh, sure.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me So he didn't come quietly then. Excellent. Please, depart.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for that one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira. The area was ground zero for Xeno-weapon deployments during the war. So I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian